Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today, we're going to talk about a very hypothetical question. What if Earth froze overnight? If Earth froze overnight, the first thing that would happen is that the temperature would drop drastically. In just a few hours, the average temperature on Earth could drop to below freezing. This would cause all of the water on Earth to freeze, including the oceans, lakes, rivers, and even the ground. The freezing of the oceans would have a profound impact on the Earth's climate. The oceans are a major source of heat for the planet. And if they were to freeze, the Earth would cool down significantly. This would lead to a global ice age, with temperatures dropping to as low as -50 degrees Celsius. The freezing of the ground would also have a major impact on life on Earth. Plants would die, and animals would be forced to migrate to warmer climates. Humans would need to find shelter underground or in other warm places. Here is some more information about the survivors of a global ice age. Number 1. People who live in underground shelters. These people would be the most likely to survive, as they would be protected from the cold and the elements. They would need to have a reliable source of food and water, and they would need to be able to maintain their shelter in the harsh conditions. Number 2. People who live in warm climates. People who live in warm climates, such as the tropics, would also be more likely to survive. They would still need to find ways to get food and water, but they would not have to worry about the cold as much. Number 3. People who are resourceful and adaptable. In addition to living in a safe place, the survivors would also need to be resourceful and adaptable. They would need to be able to find ways to grow food, get water, and stay warm in the harsh conditions. They would also need to be able to cooperate with each other in order to survive. It is important to note that even if these people were able to survive the initial freezing, they would still face many challenges. The global ice age would last for millions of years, and the survivors would need to find ways to adapt to the changing environment. They would also need to be careful not to overpopulate, as the limited resources would not be able to support a large population. Overall, the survivors of a global ice age would be a small group of people who are able to overcome incredible odds. They would be resourceful, adaptable, and cooperative, and they would have to work together in order to survive. Here is some more information about the long-term effects of a global ice age. Number 1. Extinction of most life on Earth. The global ice age would wipe out most of life on Earth. The only survivors would be a few hardy species that were able to adapt to the cold. These species would include some bacteria, algae, plants, and animals. Number 2. Change in the Earth's landscape. The global ice age would also change the Earth's landscape. The glaciers would grind down the mountains and hills, and they would deposit sediment in the valleys. This would create a new landscape that would be very different from the one we see today. Number 3. Rise in sea levels. When the ice caps and glaciers melt, they will release a large amount of water into the oceans. This will cause sea levels to rise, which could inundate coastal areas and displace millions of people. Number 4. Changes in climate. The global ice age would also change the Earth's climate. The Earth would become colder and drier, and the weather patterns would become more extreme. This would make it difficult to grow crops and could lead to widespread famine. The long-term effects of a global ice age would be devastating. It would wipe out most of life on Earth, change the landscape, and raise sea levels. It would also change the climate, making it difficult to grow crops and leading to widespread famine. It is important to note that these are just some of the possible long-term effects of a global ice age. The actual effects would depend on a number of factors, including the severity of the ice age and the way that humans respond to it. However, it is clear that the global ice age would have a profound impact on the Earth and its inhabitants. So, what if Earth froze overnight? It's a scary thought, but it's one that we should be aware of. The Earth's climate is changing, and it's possible that we could one day face a global ice age. If that happens, we'll need to be prepared to survive in a very different world. Thanks for watching. I hope you found this video interesting. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please do so today. Thanks for watching.